Hello and welcome. So I'm going to take a look at the Times quick cryptic crossword, and this has been published on Thursday the 17th of April 2025. It's been set by Breadman. So Breadman's a name that I kind of think, oh gosh, these can be a bit difficult, but just looking at my records for the year, and we've had 3 puzzles which came in at 18 minutes, 19 minutes, and then the most recent one was only 10 minutes, so a little bit of surprise there. Last year Breadman did pangrams, letters out puzzles that use all the letters of the alphabet frequently all through the year, which got a bit tedious because there's only so many words with X, K, X, Q, J, and X, Q, J, Z in them. So they kind of was digging out tougher words. But anyway, let's move on from that. And I think all I can do really is reset the time and crack on. Hazel, perhaps, with time to pursue copper engraving. Cool. Engraving. You think copper is pursue copper? C-U cut. Hazel's nut. I don't know. Hazelnut. Brown. Evening containing a signal for person moved away from danger. Evening containing a signal for person moved away from danger. Don't think there's a hidden word there. Vegetable cutlet prepared first in eatery. So it's anagram. Cutlet. What is it? Can't think what it is. Oh, lettuce. Lettuce. Okay. Lettuce. There we go. Where to see actors taking part in girth at rehearsal? Heatery. Theatre. There's the hidden word I was looking for. Part of river, Thames, one seen repeatedly. Part of river, Thames. Part of river, Thames, one seen repeatedly. ISIS? I think that's ISIS. Fish a French duke recalled on Hebridean Island. Oh gosh, fish a French duke recalled. So that suggests French duke is a duke, a duck. Fish a French duke. A duke. Barracuda. That is. Barra is the name of an island. Car reversed behind plot. Car. Audi. Plot. Gosh, it's a long word as well. Automobile. Too long. Male's small identifying mark is a scar. Male's. What's that? Scar. I don't get it. It's a small cut. Male's. His. Giant pig restricts dog heading west. Giant pig. Dog heading west would be to follow or cur. Ruck. Ogre. Okay. Ordinary path around home. Feels like orbit, but I don't think it's going to be. We've got home is in. Ordinary. Half of each can to corrode. You'd think I would have thought that was either something about rust or half of each is CHEA. Doesn't really go anywhere. So it's an anagram of each can corrode. Half of is British eccentric. Rum adopts US American attire. Okay. British B must be B, mustn't it? Eccentric adopts American. So attire. American is A or US, I guess. Eccentric is rum. Let's put an M there for rum. Could be odd. Not really anyway. Now let's look at downs. Maybe they'll help me out a bit more. Tories feverish. Tories feverishness after bill through finally. Whew, what? Tories feverishness. Ill. I don't think that's going to be a C. Actually, cuts. Let's go here. External equipment hasn't drained totally. Well, drain totally would be TY, I guess. External equipment hasn't external. Committee really upset initially by crucial point. Okay, sway social media user to ignore weight. Sway social media user is a tweeter, so that's Tita. Okay, Twitter. Is it still called tweeting? Oh, now the platform's X. Dance that is very easy to perform. Gosh. Dance that is, i.e., very easy, i.e., there. What's that? An anagram? That is very easy to form. Okay, depart, still lacking energy. Still is. Depart is to leave, left. Depart. Gemstone with fresh colour. Emerald. Emerald green, I think that is. Yeah, green is fresh. Okay, emerald green, fair enough. Middle Eastern graduate. Welcome to Grab Shower. Middle Eastern, so graduates of BA. Bahrainian, I think that's Bahraini. High with rain in it. Yep, Bahraini. Okay, Dick puts melodies in one's head. Dicky, sorry, puts melodies. Dicky is ill, I think. It means to be ill. Melodies in one's head. So that's probably an un word, I think. One's head. I'm going to put the un there, but I don't know. I think it's something like unwell. But beating path, robber hides. Cool. Beating path, robber hides. Regularly flaunt is F-A-N. Ice skating jump. Oh gosh, Axel. So it's either so Lutz, I think. Lutz, yeah. Gosh, that's a hard one if you don't know it. The unknown is just 50% of judges love sport, so judo. Oh, that's a good clue. I like that. Oh, we've got a J and a Z here. We've got a J, a Z. Looks like we might be headed into the territory of a pangram, in which case there's going to be a Q, which will be depart, which will be quit. Quite. Okay, quiet, being still. So the X is probably going to be something like this. Can't be an X there, though, can it? But there's going to be an X there somewhere. Extremity. External. Okay, let's go through the crosses again. Hazel, that could be in that one. Committee really upset by crucial point. Yeah, crucial X committee. Okay, let's go through them again. Hazel. I think hazel is a nut to pursue engraving. If that was a nut across there in U, T, what is that going to be? Committee really upset initially. You'll see by crucial point. Hazel is a nut, perhaps. Is it the name of a nut? Perhaps with time to pursue copper engraving. Not sure about that. Okay, this one, evening, containing a signal for person moved away from danger. Evacuee. Eve, A-Q. Okay, evacuee, yep. Good. ISIS, I think, is correct. There's my Y. Yeah, definitely looking a bit pangramish here today. Car reversed behind plot. Cool. Story line. TY doesn't have to be right. Myth. Car reversed. Let's keep getting down there. Male's small identifying mark. Wow. Males. That's small. I didn't. Is that double def? Males, Greg. Okay, let's go giant pig. Oh god, the giant pig restricts dog heading west. Um, Ordinary path around home. Genuine? No, ordinary. Well, let's assume that's an I in. Path is a routine. Our routine. Okay. Half of each can to corrode. Half of each eat, and then can to corrode. No, hang on. Half of each eat into. Okay, I'm not quite sure what that's eat into. Each. Oh, tin, and then two. Okay. Is this Rob? Ah, that's an interesting one. What's this? Assam. Throb. Athrob. Hides. A throb. Beating. A throb. Okay, that's a word I've never seen. Let's just check it. R-O-B-A-T-H. Okay, hidden word. Fair enough. Don't mind hidden word too much. British eccentric adopts American attire. British is B. Eccentric adopts Americans. American's going to be an A or a... Gosh, what's going in there? Okay, it's looking a bit better. Bit happier. Let's look at the downs again. Tories. Tory is the right wing, is conservative. Feverishness, ill will, after bill, through finally. Billing, finally, last. Where's this E coming from? This one, external equipment, external. And we've got most of them key, difficult letters Q, Z and J. Got a Y, got a V. I think there's an X to come somewhere. External, which makes me think this is going to be an X word. X. Hasn't drained totally, I think it's TY. But no guarantees on that. Let's look at this one here. This must be a leash or something, wasn't it? Restricts dog, giant. Restricts pig. Pig is a sow. Hog. Goliath. Okay, Goliath. And the dog is a tail to tail, fair enough. That's William Hague. Okay, Bill is William. William Hague is a Tory, Conservative, leader of the Conservatives for a while. Car reversed, hay behind plot. Heart. See if I can get this one up here. Hazel, perhaps with time to puke, copper engraving. Walnut. Walnut doesn't fit because there's an extra letter in there. Is it hazel or walnut? Anyway. I don't know about that TY then. Let's take that out for a minute and think about this. Car reversed behind plot. I'm thinking plot would be like a storyline, but it could also be like a grave kind of plot. Okay, let's look at this over here. Dancer is very easy to form with those checkers. Something A, something E. I'm going to need some real inspiration to get this, unless this last letter. That is IE. If it's IEVA, V, that is VA. But where's my dance coming from? Achievable. Dance, that is V easy. IEV easy wouldn't be enough letters. Good old Breadman. British, okay, B. Eccentric adopts American. American must be US or something, mustn't it? So let's try. Oh, US, blouse, blousen, attire. Was it an A? British eccentric adopts. That's just an anagram of adopts, is it? No. No. Unless emerald green is wrong, but I think emerald green's colour, because fresh is green. Colour is emerald green. It's a bit stumped. Oh, gosh, what have we got here? Hazel, perhaps, with time. Actually, didn't. Let's have a look at William Hague again. So we've got Tory is William Hague. Feverishness is an ague. Yeah, after. Bill is William. Through finally H. Yep. Car, reversed, is behind. Plot. Aft. Plot. Witchcraft. Or reversed behind a plot. Wow. Dicky puts melodies in one's head. One's head is your... I mean, one's head could be an O. Don't think it is, but could be. British. Okay, make BR as British maybe. Broad. Odd for eccentric. Brogue. Bro. I'll do that. N, where that N's coming from. It really isn't happening for me at the moment. Right, I'm going to put it on pause while I have a think to myself. Okay, I'm straight in there now. Look at this one as crux. Yeah, there's my X. So committee really upset is the initials by X is crucial point. Is the crux by times. Okay. So, what's this? Copper is time to pursue copper is a cut. Hazel. And engraving. I don't know what engraving. I don't know what hazel is beyond being a type of nut or a colour of brown. I think it's a woman. And engravings are. I have to dig out my brain now. Wool cut, well cut, wheel cut, wool cut. Wall. So this two down. External equipment. Equipment could be rig. Let's go back to that being TY. Rig at T. Doesn't really happen. Rig. I'm fairly sure that's IS. Part of the riv terms is ISIS, I think. And ones is IS. I's repeatedly. ISIS. Car. We're looking at an old car. Hey. There's not many letters will fit in there. If it is, which makes me wonder if that's actually correct. That TY totally drained. Drained totally hasn't. HT. Where'd my HT come? HT. Entirely. I think that is entirely. No, it's not entirely because it doesn't fit. I've got J, yeah, I'm just going through the alphabet now, so I've got all the letters and I've got A, B, C, D, E. I've got an F. I haven't got an F anywhere, have I? That's interesting. Where's the F going to go? half, car reverse behind plot. I've got F, I've got G, H, I, J. Got a K? I think I've got a K either. Where's a K going to go? K's and F's. I mean, the trouble with Breadman is it doesn't always actually follow through on the pangram. Doesn't always do every letter, so that makes it even worse. Because it isn't. Yeah, not only has it picked difficult words, it's picked words that it's picked a theme that doesn't quite finish off. Puts melodies in one head. Dicky, unwell, songs, this one, males, small identifying mark. Mark is normally an M. Colon, signature. I won't be surprised if this is an ing word down here. If that was a G, what would that give me? Attire would be say that again. British eccentric. Adopts American. I don't know what the eccentric is really, unless it's saying it's an anagram of adopts, but adopts, where's the N coming from? And the letters I'm left with adopts. So I think US, browsing, doesn't really work. BA, bro, attire. Eccentric could be a boffin. Okay, so I think that's AN for American attire. Is it? I don't know, I'm making this up now, I think. AN. American attire. Okay, I'm going to go back to pause mode. Okay, I've managed to build outright. External being out, rig being equipment, and then hasn't drained is that, which makes that outright is totally. This one looks like it wants to be a hot hatch or something. Hate, hit, car reversed, behind plot, hatch, back, okay, that kind of hat, okay, car reversed, I don't know what that is really, back is rear, plot is hatch, okay, plot's like you hatch it, fair enough. I don't know, I think that's a wall cut, but I don't know if I can be bothered to, I think it's WO. Wood cut, wood, yeah, hazelnut, okay, fair enough. Which leaves this one here, gosh, very easy to perform. Dance that's very easy to perform is going to be a back or something, isn't it? Take back or something. Dance, that is very easy to perform. Going down to my last four, it's taking me 26 minutes to get here. Wow. Put some melodies. Melodies are airs. Let's put airs. No, I can't put airs there. Melodies suggests there's got to be an S there, doesn't it? Aria. Melodies, airs. I mean, that can't be airs there because that U. So I don't think there's a. If that was aria, I don't know if that is a melody really. Then that would be male small identifying mark would be a males. Um, his, he's, but that G is not helping me. I mean, I feel like green could be wrong, but I think emerald green is a colour. I'm fairly confident about that as a colour. Let's get this one at least. British eccentric. Bruh. Adopts American attire. Browse. Doesn't work. Had AN there for American attire. The adopts. Owns. Brownan. What's my... But then what's... Okay, if I've got BR for British, then what am I... I'm trying to get to attire, aren't I? So maybe I need something else there first. Not that I can think of anything that will go there. BL would be a good word. Attire is... Well, the way Breadman has done this so far makes me think that it's going to be something like to attire is to clothe someone, as opposed to the name of a piece of attire, excuse me. I would think BR, BO and BL are the only real things that can go there. But what the hell is that? Which makes me think BR is probably the most likely. Brow, Browken, Browlen. Dicky puts melodies in one's head. I mean, head. I don't even know what that is. One's head is going to, with that U there, puts. Is that just Dicky puts? Maybe that's just an anagram of upst. Stag. Small tag. Okay, stag alike. Usp. So is usp or upst? Melodies upstairs. They are. Okay. Wow, that's an interesting one. So what's that again? That must be US, mustn't it? Browsen. Odd. So what? Loon. Blausen. Oh, no wonder I couldn't get that if that's a loon. Wow, Blausen. Blimey. So that just leaves me this at 29.54. Haversack. Haversack. Dance. That is easy to perform. Haversack. That is very easy. Very easy. Jack. Right, I'm going to pause and have another think to myself on this as I alphabetical. Right, I've been thinking about this and I suddenly thought something that's easy to perform is a cakewalk. I've never heard of a cakewalk as a dance, which makes it. But I've got walk on my alphabetical, but I think that's a cakewalk, so let's put that in. 38 minutes, gosh, 8 minutes on the alphabetical to suddenly think that something that's easy to form is it. I mean, I biffed it from that. Something that's easy to form is a cakewalk. Wow, that was not an easy puzzle due to things going on, due to the cluing. And I don't think we had an F or a Y in the attempt to get a penguin, which made it even worse because I kind of went through and spent a bit of time on that. Right, let's go through as best I can. Okay, hazel is an example of wood, so that's fair enough. Just I was too thick to remember it. T for time, pursuing Cu for copper, so Cu is the chemical symbol for copper, and a woodcut is an engraving. Evening is Eve, containing A, and then a signal for a person is Q, a Q, and an evacuee is a signal is a Q, and a person moved away from danger is an evacuee. Lettuce is an example of vegetable. We have an anagram of cutlet, so prepared is your anagram indicator, and then the first letter in eatery. Where to see actors taking part in girth at rehearsal? Well, we've got a hidden word of theatre going across girth at rehearsal. Taking part in is your hidden word indicator, and you see actors in the theatre. Part of the River Thames is ISIS, so I don't know that specifically, other than the boat race was on last weekend, and one of the crews is known as ISIS, which I think is because of the area they row on in practice. Ones is I with an S, and then repeated, say twice, ISIS. Barracuda is a fish. We've got A, and then French Duke recalled, so Duke is a French Duke, that's DUC, and then on the end of the Hebridean island of Barra. A car is a hatchback. Reversed is back. Behind plot. So the plot, if you plot, you hatch a plan. You plot behind something. So that's hard, I thought. Golly. The stag is a male deer, would it be? Is that the right thing? I think so. Deer. Small is S, and an identifying mark is a tag. So a stag. Giant is Goliath, and pig is the hog. Restricting dog heading west. So we've got hog, H-O-G, and we've got tail as into dog or follow someone to tail them, making Goliath all going west, so heading backwards. Ordinary is routine. A path is a route around home, which is in. Now this is a good clue, hard, but hard. So crowed, if something crows, it's eat into, so that's the definition. We've got half of each, which is EA. We've got a can, which is a tin, and then we've got 2 in the clue. British is B. An eccentric is a loon. Adopting American is US, and the attire is a blouson. I assume that's how you say it. Not a very nice clue, because you very rarely see loon for eccentric, and I don't think I've ever even really heard of a blouson. And the trouble is, it's American attire, so I'm assuming it's a French word, but it's a misdirection. Okay. Anyway, we got Tory is William Hague, so the Conservative Party leader. Probably somewhere around the 2001. I think he might have come in after John Major, so kind of 1997 to about 2005. I think when he lost the 2005 election, or 2001. So yeah, definitely around the early 2000s. Still writes for the Times, and so on. Anyway, we've got feverishness is an ague, going after Bill. So Bill is William, and through finally is the H of through. External is out. Equipment is rig, and hasn't drained is the HT. So HT of the word hasn't drained. So take the ASN out of it, drain it, and totally is outright. Committee really upset initially, so CRU, and then by, think of your times tables, 5 by 4, 5 times 4, and the crucial point is the crux. Sway is to teeter. Social media user is a tweeter, ignoring W for wait. Now I would say that, do you still put tweets out on the X platform now that it's no longer Twitter? I'm not sure. The cakewalk must be a dance, and something that's very easy to form is a cakewalk. That's just a phrase. That's a hard clue with those checkers. Depart is to quit. Still lacking. Still is quiet, or quite even. I'm not sure. Lacking energy is taking E out of it. Still, everything still is quiet. Just wondering if quite can also be still. Not sure. Gemstone is an emerald. Fresh is green. So if you're a bit naive, you're a bit fresh, you're a bit green, and emerald green is a colour. Middle Eastern is Bahraini, so someone from the Middle East, of the state of Bahrain, or the country of Bahrain. Graduate is a BA, Bachelor of the Arts. Welcome is high, H-I, and it's grabbing, shower, which is rain. Dicky is telling us it's an anagram of puts, so that gives us the upst. But melodies are airs, and in one's head is upstairs, which is a tough definition. Beating is a throb, another word I'm not very keen on because I've never heard of. Hidden word in path robber, and literally hidden word indicated by hides. Regularly flaunt is the 2nd, 4th, and 6th letters of flaunt, so the L-U-T. The unknown is a Z in this case. and the ice skating jump is an Lutz. I think that's how you say it. And then 50% of judges is the the JUD. So 50% of judges, JUD. Love is naught, as in the O in tennis. Nil scored, and sport is judo. So there we go, all decoded, all done in 38 minutes. Certainly not the fun. I think that's probably my slowest successful solve of the year, but very, very pleased to do that. So thanks for watching.